Hi all, Mark Sling with the United States Krav Maga Association. First off, I want to point out that Lincoln commercial where Matthew McConaughey's behind the wheel of a car mumbling, they stole that from me. I stole it from Boss Rutan, but still, Lincoln owes me some money. Today's subject, techniques. You know, I get on Facebook a lot, and I see techniques from all kinds of Krav Maga organizations, all kinds of martial arts videos, self-defense. I rarely post my opinion on those. Whenever I post a technique on my page, I realize I get a bunch of comments on them, and your finger was 2 degrees off, and well, why did that won't work? They don't say what would work, they just say that won't work. It just drives me crazy. So, I don't try to be a know-it-all. However, if somebody asks my opinion, or if it's one of my affiliates that posts that technique, I want them to realize why we do, what we do. Lately I was sent a choke defense, and, my thought on that was, are they only keeping large people safe, large males? Because that's a strength move. It certainly wouldn't work for a small female against a guy. I had one from an Israeli instructor. Basically, the gun to the temple that we do, he said that was way too big of a motion. They do this one. It's like, huh? It's like, what? That guy, if I stood toe-to-toe with him, he'd whoop me. But, I can certainly disagree with his technique. That didn't make sense to me. We get lots of these things. Lately, the fastest handgun defense was going around. I don't really care about the fastest. I want the one that's going to come out of me under stress, under fear, under the adrenaline dump, and be effective. The one with the fewest moving parts, the one that I can pull off under that kind of stress. And then I'll get, of course, comments about, oh, you're the best. Your system's the best. I think the USKMA techniques are the best, but not for the reason most instructors think what they're doing is the best. Most instructors think what they're doing the best is because it's their system. That drives me crazy. To teach crap from a system just because it's your system, that's unforgivable. When people come to you to learn self-defense, they are literally putting their lives in your hand. Literally. What you better teach them better be the most battle-tested, the stuff you've gone over and over. We in the United States Krav Maga Association, we scour the internet. We look at everybody's stuff. We go to people's seminars. If we can pick something up that's a little bit different than what we're doing, we'll look at it. If I was, in love with our system, we'd say, we're right, we're not changing. We change a lot. We change often. If something's easier, more effective, fewer moving parts, we'll go to that in a heartbeat. However, our litmus test is we find one of our small female students and make sure it works for them. If it doesn't work for them, we can't make that change. I'm not teaching men my size. I'm teaching everybody. And again, Krav Maga couldn't be better for women. It doesn't rely on brute strength. It doesn't rely on athletic ability. Krav couldn't be better for them. So it better had worked for them, whatever we teach them. Basically it just comes down to when you see other techniques, think for yourself. It's got to, can't rely on strength. It's got to be effective. Can't rely on athletic ability, because we're teaching, again, everybody, not just athletes. We're teaching couch potatoes as well. Truly, we got to think for ourselves. One of my favorite quotes, the self-defense world, the Krav Maga world, the shooting world, the martial arts world, it's like a giant box of cereal. It's all full of flakes, fruits, and nuts. And, for these people to have a blind following and, people just do whatever they teach, and don't think for themselves. The handgun defense, that was actually a larger move, and they're taking the barrel of the gun clear across their brain bucket. You should be able to see that and disagree. If it's a good instructor, he likes people disagreeing. He can explain his thought process, explain why, he thinks that's the best. But, I see these instructors, they've even got groupies that follow them around. This just drives me crazy. Don't blindly listen to anybody. Don't listen to me or anything we teach. Think for yourself. Don't follow an expert's, opinion. Don't follow the majority opinion. We can all think for ourselves if we know the principles. If it's a weapon, it's like I want kind of all my weapons defenses to mimic each other. Whether it's from the front, the side, I'm on my knees. That way it comes out of me. I don't have to think, okay, I'm in this position. Which defense am I using? Has to redirect the barrel, quickly, and you have to hit this person a ton. If there's not an attack in it, in a defense, and they're just wrestling and trying to manipulate the wrist, no, don't follow that one. You absolutely need to keep the person in the OODA loop while you're out of it. So truly, look at things yourself. Most of our assumptions are from childhood. We're no longer kids. Put everything under scrutiny, everything. I think it's Rob Pincus that says, as soon as you put somebody up on a pedestal, you stop growth, you stop improvement. You think they've got the answers and you don't look for anything else. So I guess all this was to say, when you look at a technique, think about it. Would that work for a small person? Would it work against a crazed person? You know, a knife defense against someone that's different than, you know, we've got to put things under realistic attacks. We've got to put them under stress. We've got to put them under exhaustion. Again, absolutely, when you look at techniques, think about them. You know, don't just blindly follow anyone, including us. Find the best techniques you can, practice the heck out of them, and we want them to come out of you if you are ever attacked. Mark Slane, United States Krav Maga Association.